Hey channel, welcome back. It's good to see you again. I know it's been a while since I put out a video on this channel. It's hard to maintain two channels, to be honest with you. It's hard to find the time, to be honest. Working a full-time job plus two channels is difficult. And this photography channel has been really sort of the stepchild lately, and I gotta tell you, I'm in a little bit of a withdrawal from photography. I miss it. I mean, when you've done places like the Faroe Islands or Iceland, and then you just don't do anything for a year, yeah, you start to miss it. You start to miss it a lot. So, nothing super grand today. I'm just out, my favorite walking path, nature trail, whatever you call it. So get some steps in today, and I thought I would take my trusty R5 Mark II and my Canon 100 to 500 lens and see if we can't capture something out here today while getting steps in. So getting a little bit of exercise and taking you guys along. So I hope I don't bore you guys to tears, but it is what it is. I got to do something. Look at the little fish in this stream. Tons of little fish. Yeah, so as I said, just out here getting some steps in. I'm filming today with my Insta360 Go Ultra, that tiny little camera that does excellent work, takes excellent video, and it hangs on a pendant right here under my shirt. So it's all I really need today to take you guys along with me. Thanks for joining me. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I love this little nature trail. It's 2 to 3 miles, at least the stretch of it that I take. So you get 6,000-7,000 steps in. It's just beautiful. Middle of the city, yet isolated enough to feel like you're not necessarily in the middle of the city. It's my favorite little elf house down here. You know, that was really cute the first time I saw it. Now, whoever's doing it seems to be doing it to just about every tree, and it's lost its novelty and a bit of its creativity, to be honest with you. A beautiful little redbird back there that somebody had left some seed out on top of a stone, and yeah, was getting himself some lunch. So I took advantage of that, took a few shots of him. Here are those. It was actually on this path some years ago that I took some engagement photos of my daughter Megan. Now, life chose a different path, but it was a fun day and captured some really nice photos. The scene changes so much out here. Well, some of it never changes, but some of it does change quite a bit. Took a shot right down this way of a white crane some years back, and it was beautiful. It was early in the morning, and it was searching for its breakfast. But now there's a fallen tree and some overgrowth. You couldn't even get back to where I took that shot before. That's why photography is so important. Capturing moments in time that'll never come again. It's closer to noon today, so I'm sure the birds have all had their fill already. Another beautiful red bird right here in this tree. Looking for its breakfast. Was able to capture a few frames of that one, and here that is. Yeah, it's getting pretty warm here. It could be hotter in Texas, middle of July, like it is. There's a squirrel in the path up there. You guys see that? Lord knows I have enough pictures of squirrels. Yeah, we were supposed to be in the car heading to Colorado today for a week away, but you guys are following the news at all. The state of Colorado is basically on fire, and there's smoke all in the air, and it's pretty thick. Not only is it hard to breathe, but you can't open windows to let the cool night air in, because there's not much central air in houses in Colorado. They rely on that beautiful, normally clean, cool mountain air to cool things down, but they can't even do that. So we have put off our trip to Colorado. We might try it again in the fall. Maybe capture some golden aspens. We'll see. A little lizard back there trying to stay cool in this midday heat. Staying in the shadows. Cute little guy. Yeah, you know, I've had this R5 Mark II now for at least 6 months, if not more. Tested it out a few times, different things, different situations. You know, the image quality is about the same as the original Mark V, to be honest with you. People talk about low light performance issues. You know, maybe slightly, ever so slightly not as good as the original Mark V, or R5 rather. But with a stacked sensor, it allows faster frame rates. In high-speed continuous, you can get 30 frames per second. Well, and that's nice to have, but I've never found that to be a limitation, the frames per second, a limitation with the original R5 I had. I tell you what is a good bit better though, and that is the iDetect autofocus. It sure seems to lock on and stick. And the original R5 wasn't bad at that, really wasn't bad at all. But this is a definite improvement in that area. And if that's all I got from this upgrade, then so be it. I'm fine. This camera is going to take me long into the future for sure. I can't imagine what Canon or Sony might come out with next that would really add incremental value to the way I use this camera. And I hope everybody's knocking on wood right now, because I've said that every time I buy a new camera. But, I mean, really, these things are getting so good. The improvements get smaller and smaller, because there's just not much more you can do. About reaching the halfway point over here under the freeway, where I'll turn around and head back for the second half of my journey. Again, thank you guys for coming out with me. You know, we haven't had a lot of rain here lately, at least in the last 3 weeks. And it sure shows. The water in that creek is definitely moving slightly, but stagnant. Brown and mossy. Just not a lot of movement. And to be honest with you, very little water in the creek, relatively speaking, than there normally is. All right, well, here I am under the bridge. For those of you in the area, this is 121 above me, the Sam Rayburn Tollway. And it's the halfway point of my walk today. Now, I'm sure there's a few people who, especially if they knew me as a young man, would have no doubt I would have ended up here under a bridge. It's not all that bad, honestly, in the shade. Just taking a moment, and then we'll head back. Well, most of the wildlife is smarter than this human and is not out in this heat, safely tucked away in the underbrush somewhere, keeping as cool as they can. So there was very little, if nothing, to shoot on the way back from the halfway point. So I'm going to attempt to make it back to the car and some air conditioning. And I really do want to thank you guys for coming out for what's probably a boring walk to you guys. Capturing a few photos of some beautiful things. And I really need to put more videos out on this channel, so I apologize for that. I got to make a better effort to do that. Thank you for joining me today. We'll talk to you again soon. Until then, happy shooting and God bless.